gonna pick up what we need for the party tonight. And I've got the whole family with me. And let's see how far we get. All right, we ended up getting double the meat, which I think was a good call. We checked like average number of people that we have coming and then how much food you should have prepared for it online, and that seemed like the best call for it. So now we're gonna go home and I'm gonna start on the roast immediately because usually that can take a while and it's usually softer if you cook it on low heat. Let's get cooking.
It is dinner party day. So the house needs to get cleaned up. I need to get food going now. I need to make desserts, dinner rolls, and the chicken nuggets we just heat up in the microwave, so that's an easy one. But we do have company that's gonna be here in 5 hours. So let's get moving. I'm on my mobile right now because my husband had a shoot that he's at right now. And it's also nap time. So I need to bust out as much as I can get done immediately ASAP, and I need to get that roast in the crock pot. So let's get moving. I'm not following an exact recipe. I did look up some Martha recipes for this, and I did not see enough consistency for me to follow one specific recipe that I was most intrigued by. So what we're doing is using what's in my noodle from the content I watched to put something together. All right, this is the pan I'm gonna use to brown the meat. Normally I would have gotten like some kind of chuck roast whole for this, but the last time I made chuck roast, I realized I really messed it up. It was in my pressure cooker, so it definitely, it like overcooked everything, and the meat was so tough, we couldn't get through it, and it was so disappointing because at that point we were starving, so I just had to go out and get fast food. I'm not against a nice fast food meal. I just, you know, you put in the work to like make a nice meal at home and then it goes to crap, and that's just a bummer. So what I did to save this meal with so many people, I got about 7 pounds, and I got the pre-cut lean beef boneless stew value pack. So a little bit of cheating, but I felt like it would just be a more surefire way to have a tastier meal. And then we're gonna cook this on low. I think normal crock pots, I would have put this in at about 7 a.m. It's almost noon, and I just now picked it up from the grocery store. The reason being is that my low on my crock pot is practically a high, and then my high on the crock pot is like to the moon. So we're gonna do it this style, and we're gonna do simple. I got thyme, so we're gonna do potatoes and carrots on the bottom of the crock pot, all of the meat in there, and we'll salt, pepper, thyme it, and call it good. And probably put some butter in the pan to brown the meat. So let's brown the meat. Oh, actually, let's put all the veggies in the bottom. That way, as the meat browns, I can just put it inside the crock pot. I'm really nervous about this party. I don't know why. I guess in some ways it's because I kind of kept it to like a smaller group of people. Trying to be inclusive without keeping people away, but at the same time, like it gets expensive to host people, so I don't want to invite everybody I know because I'm trying to keep it not crazy. Hopefully I don't run out of memory on my phone. I am finally starting to run into that issue, and when I say finally, I mean I've had this phone for over a year now with 1 terabyte of storage, and I've only recently, like within the last couple days, had to start deleting stuff in order to have enough room for everything I'm doing. Gladly I already had the carrots from when we did the whole roasted chicken. I honestly didn't think people peeled their veggies when they were this thin because it felt a little bit like there's not much going on there. Why would you do it that way? My mom probably wouldn't, to be honest with you. But again, all the content in my head today that I watched did it this way. If I was smarter, or if I had had more energy this week, I would have gone to do all of the grocery shopping a couple days ago. Even yesterday would have been better. Would have at least started to make the cake yesterday, which I am also nervous about because I have not made a cake in so long. like since I want to say high school. Okay, I'll see you when I get all the veggies in the crock pot. All right, I got veggies cut and in the crock pot, and I am a little bit nervous that I have too many veggies for 7 pounds of meat to fit on top, but what you gonna do? I'll just take them out if it ends up being too much. I think it's good that the pieces are in pieces instead, so hopefully I can fit more in there. All right, now I'm gonna brown the meat. There's too many veggies. It's a lot of meat. Really, this would be for like half the amount of meat. So if I had 2 crock pots, I would just bring one out, but I only have one. I did have a pressure cooker. I do have a pressure cooker, but it's not working. Like it just conked out on me. And it was a wedding gift from some girls I really cared about. So like, I don't really want to like that's the kind of thing my mom still has in her kitchen. So I don't like the idea of not having that. I think I've got like 2 pounds of meat left that I just don't think are gonna fit above. This is already cut and close. So we're gonna have to call it done. I'm gonna save the rest of the meat I have for just a different meal. I'm gonna have to cook it like practically immediately though, because I don't know if you've ever had problems with beef, but ours just doesn't last more than like a day or 2. I don't feel like this is the best flavor of wine for this recipe, but it's what I have at the house. So thinking about it now, for the sake of this series, I probably should have just done like a small dinner party with like 5 people instead of 15 for this kind of situation. But I don't want to be limited to that, hanging out with people, because of ease. I'd rather hang out with more people and make it work. So I guess we'll add 2nd crock pot to my kitchen wish list, and maybe if I find one at a Goodwill or something and I can give it a good scrub. All right, we're gonna splash it with some red wine. Alcohol will kick out, and then let's top it with more salt and pepper and thyme. I'm really stressed. I really want this to go well, and I guess I get stressed more on the social side of things. Like I hate people just standing around and being like awkward with each other, but everybody who we invited all knows each other except for like one family. My best friends don't know our church friends as well because they go to a different church. So everybody's like super social though. I feel like it'll be fine, and I'm just overthinking it. And the only reason I think things get awkward is like when your hosts are like scrambling the house, and I think that's what I'm nervous about. I just can't stand that. The last time I tried hosting a party, it was bigger than this. The last time I hosted a bigger party than this, it was when we celebrated our house. We did like a 1-year belated housewarming party for ourselves, and it was so fun. Okay, I think that it doesn't feel right to like put the stems in there. It feels wrong. I hope other people have fun and like make a side, and not like, if they want to do store-bought, I totally get that, because I definitely have those days too. But it's fun to like go all out just cause why not, if you can. I know people like to people tend to say that homemade stuff is hard, and it's so not. It's so, anybody can cook, anybody can do it. I think the extra efforts is what makes it like homey and fun and sweet, and like adds to the community. All right, is that enough time? I'm afraid. Dear Jesus, I pray you bless this food to our bodies. I pray you'd help it to cook really well. I pray it would be absolutely delicious and plenty of food for everybody. Amen. Main is cooking. We got this far. All right, I'm gonna clean up a little bit. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. One thing I wanna do, I wanna make a menu, like a handwritten menu, and I think I'm gonna put it on the fridge. And then I want to make a playlist, and a playlist usually takes me like a few weeks to put together. So let's see if I can put one together in like 45 minutes. While I still have this wine out, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in this. My mom got me some of these for Christmas because she said she says that she knows we like to have people over. So I just figured I already have a bottle open. I'll just try it and we'll see how it tastes. I've never tried something like this before. I'm very curious if this is gonna be like, I don't know how I feel. I don't know. All right, let's see. Fill the entire bottle with red wine. Supposed to let that sit for 3 to 5 hours. Now I'm gonna clean it. I've got this going and I just finished getting my dinner roll dough kneaded. Gonna let my dough rise for about 30 to 40 minutes and I'm gonna get started on a chocolate cake. I just checked and I actually don't have as much cocoa powder as I thought at the house. So I can't make my chocolate cake until I get some. So hopefully Max can pick some up for me on his way home from his shoot. If he can't, I'm gonna have to do my fallback, which was chocolate chip cookies. So I don't want to do that though. But it needs to be okay. It's just a bummer because that's not what I wanted. We're having snack time right now and my dough is risen. The first half of it is done rising, so I'm going to break it up into my baking dish. Look at that, that's definitely double in size. And I'm gonna break it up into 15 bits and let that rise. And then we will continue on. And I am trying to find a playlist that already has a good like setup to play, so that way I don't have to like make one myself. Oh, you know what I did last time? I divided it in half because that should be about 7 now between these two. And half of 7 is 3.5. Half of 3.5. So it should be about 1. Did you get me? You got me. All right, Max has picked me up some cocoa powder so that way I can make the cake. I have 2 hours before the party starts, so I think I can make a cake in that time, Lord willing. These are done rising. I think they look double in size, and I'm supposed to rub them with an egg wash. I forgot about that. I'm gonna do egg wash really quick and then pop them in the oven. I really need one of those egg brushes. Last time for this egg wash part, I put way too much egg on it and I had a little bit of egg cooking in the bottom. Big mistake. What's left? Write out the menu, make the cake, clean the bathroom, do the floors, light a candle, make the water. Let's do the water really quick, shall we? Or, yeah, let's do the water. Okay, and Dad just got home, so we're gonna start on the cake too. All right, I've got my rolls are made, dinner in the crock pot. I definitely wish I had the egg brush to be able to make these more golden on top because it's literally just like a dollop on the very top, but it's still great. They're gonna taste really good. And I sprinkled it with salt and butter as well. Now let's make that cake.